Kentucky ElderLaw is a Louisville-based law firm that works with senior citizens and their families to prepare for the high cost of getting older, right? The costs go up every year here in Kentucky. ElderLaw services include life care planning, long-term care planning, estate planning, VA benefits, probate, and Medicaid planning. Today, we're joined by Kelly Gannett, an attorney and partner at Kentucky ElderLaw, and Megan Schwery, an ElderLaw coordinator for Kentucky ElderLaw. Such an important topic, and I feel like especially during the holidays, we're around our loved ones, and this is a great time when you're visiting to use this as an opportunity to look for those warning signs.
Well, we think so too, and so most of the time we may not be with our loved ones as much as we would like, but at the holidays we might notice some changes from the past few months that we hadn't noticed before because we're just spending more time with them. And so what we feel is important is to recognize those and then to seek the type of help that you may need to start to navigate any of those changes that you're seeing.
What are some of the steps we should start taking, or the preps that we should start looking at for assisted living as we kind of make that internal checklist?
Yeah, so we actually have a brochure, and it's available on our website that goes through some of the things that you should be looking for. But Megan is one of our elder care coordinators and a social worker, and she can talk a little bit about, especially as you're looking around to see, does your loved one look a little different? Are there hygiene issues or things going on?
So checking appearance, is everybody kind of taking care of their personal needs as they normally would? Clothing, are they clean and tidy as they normally would be? Those kind of things that kind of indicate maybe some signs of additional help being needed if we can't maintain our own personal activities of daily living.
Is there anything when maybe you're just having a conversation? I think over the holidays, we're talking with people that we haven't spoke to in a while. What kind of warning signs would you say to look out for then? Just in a simple conversation about, hey, how was your week? What are you up to? What have you enjoyed doing this time of year?
Possibly some signs of confusion, maybe some things that are a little unusual behavior-wise, increased confusion, and changes in the normal routines that we typically kind of look for as a warning sign.
And so once we begin taking those steps, what can we begin looking at? Talking about like the will and making sure that other benefits are up to date. How can we begin that process?
Right. So it's a difficult conversation to have, but it's a very much needed one. And we say that people of all ages, any adult, anyone over the age of 18, should have a good foundation laid with their legal documents. So we want to look at powers of attorney and wills and healthcare surrogates and living wills, which would tell our end-of-life decisions. And it may be that they've already done that planning, but it was done so long ago that either things have changed or the laws have changed or just their needs. When we age, we need different doctors. Well, we also have some different legal needs that we need to address with elder law attorneys as we age.
Things change and you have to get things updated.
That's right.
Megan, you're like on the front lines. How do you recommend having that conversation to get started?
Well, it's all about just kind of approaching with delicacy and meeting people where they're at. We provide free consultations to people. A lot of times you feel like there's an expectation to sign on to something. Come in and talk with us. Let us look at your documents. Let us kind of get a plan in place for you as you age.
And you all can help with every step of the process, right? You can, because it can feel very overwhelming and muddled for a family. You can help separate it, break it down, and make it clear step by step.
Yes, that's why we are a life care planning law firm where the attorneys will handle finances and looking at what benefits VA or Medicaid may be available to help pay for care. And then our elder care coordinators will look at all of those resources for home care, for assisted living, independent living, or even a nursing home if it's needed.
Yeah, thank you so much once again. And like we talked about here, there's a brochure that has all this information in it, and then we're also going to get you to Kentucky's ElderLaw's website. They're at kyelderlaw.com. You can view that brochure right there about what to look out for during the holidays to make sure that your aging loved ones are safe at home. You can also visit the site to learn about the services that Kentucky ElderLaw's lawyers provide for senior citizens and their families to help prepare for the high cost of getting older. You can even schedule a free initial consultation with one of their attorneys.